Your sales reps are missing 60 to 70% of the deals you put in front of them. That's not a closer problem, that's a brain problem. The human brain can't hold the entire context of a sales call. Every objection or prospect has ever raised, every case study you have ever closed, and the perfect response all at the same time. But Claude can. In the next 13 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to plug Claude's thinking machine into your sales team so your reps stop guessing and start closing like operators making thousands a month. No flop, no theory, just the system. Let's go. Quick thing first, this video is not for beginners. If you don't have sales reps yet, close this. Go hire one first, come back later. This is for marketing agency owners and BD founders who already have a closer or a small sales team. You are already taking calls. You are already booking deals. Your close rate is just stuck in the same place it's been for months. If that's you, pay close attention. The next 30 minutes will change how you think about every sales call you take from here on out. The real pain. Let me describe what's actually happening in your business right now. You hire a closer, you train them, you give them leads. The first month, they close a few deals. You are excited. By month 3, the close rate is sitting at the same place it always is. Maybe 15%, maybe 22% if you are lucky. You can't figure out why. You listen to call recordings, you give feedback, you try new scripts, nothing moves. Here's what you don't see. On every single call, your rep is making 30 micro decisions in real time. Which case study to drop, how to handle that objection, when to pitch, when to shut up, which question to ask next. A great closer gets most of these right. A new closer gets half. And here is the kicker. Even your best closer can't access everything they know at once. They forgot the perfect case study, they miss the buying signal, they get stuck on an objection they have answered 100 times before. This is the bottleneck, and it's about to disappear. I'm going to walk you through 7 ways to plug Claude's thinking machine into your sales process. Each one stacks on the next. Each one is something almost no agency is doing right now. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build a sales process where your reps walk into every call with deeper intel than the prospect has on themselves. Every objection has a pre-written answer ready. Your worst rep starts performing like your best rep, and every lost deal becomes a forensic case study that improves the next one. Let's get into it. Quick thing before we dive in, this whole video assumes you have warm calls coming in. If your calendar is empty, none of these tactics matter. That's literally what my team does. We install a system that brings marketing agencies and B2B businesses 5 to 6 warm intro calls every single month with their dream clients. If you want that part handled for you, the link is in the description. Book a call. Okay, back to the system. Tactic 1, the pre-call briefing. Here's the first move. Before any rep takes a call, Claude builds them a 2-page briefing on the prospect. Not a LinkedIn screenshot, a full intelligence report. Here's what goes into it. Their company website analyzed for positioning gaps, their LinkedIn analyzed for personal triggers, their recent post analyzed for current pain, their ad library checked for spend signals, their funding history pulled, their recent hires reviewed, their case studies and competitors mapped. You set this up once with a Claude project. You feed it your ICB framework. Then for every new booked call, your assistant or your CRM dumps the prospect's data in, and Claude spits out a custom brief. The rep reads it for 5 minutes before the call. By the time they hit the Zoom, they know more about that prospect than the prospect knows about themselves. They walk in with quiet authority. They reference specific things from the prospect's world without the prospect telling them. Trust is built in the first 60 seconds. Most reps walk in cold, yours walk in armed. That alone moves your close rate up several points. Tactic 2, the objection forecast. This one is wild and almost nobody is doing it. Before the call, Claude predicts the exact objections this specific prospect will raise. Not generic objections, personal ones. Here's how. You feed Claude the prospect's company stage, size and revenue, their public statements on LinkedIn, podcasts, articles, their past investments or vendor decisions, their team's vocal frustrations on Glassdoor, their stated goals from recent interviews. Then you ask Claude with extended thinking turned on. Based on this person's public footprint, what are the top 5 objections they will most likely raise on the sales call about your offer? Rank them by likelihood. Draft a 1-paragraph response to each. Claude doesn't just give you generic stuff. It gives you objections specific to their world. They will likely push back on contract length because their last vendor burned them with an 18-month lock-in. They will question your case studies because they prefer competitors with their exact tech stack. They will stall on price because they just overhired and their CFO is watching margins this quarter. Your rep walks into the call with the objections pre-answered. When the prospect raises them, the rep doesn't pause. They respond like they have been waiting for it. That confidence is what closes deals. Tactic 3. The twin rep. This is the move that turns your worst rep into your best rep. Find your top closer, the one closing the most deals at the highest rate. Pull every transcript of every call they have closed in the last 6 months. Use Granola, Fathom, Fireflies, doesn't matter. Drop those transcripts into a Claude project. Tell Claude, study these reps' closing style, exact their patterns, identify what they do differently from average closers, document their objection handling, their pitch flow, and the exact phrases they use to advance the deal. Build a playbook. Claude with extended thinking will read all of it and give you a 10-page breakdown of what your top closer does that nobody else does. Things even your top closer doesn't realize they are doing. Specific phrases, specific timing, specific transitions. Now you have the manual. You drop that into your training process for new reps. Every rep on the team gets the brain of your best rep packaged into one document. This single move can pull your team's average close rate up by 5 to 10 points. I've seen it happen. Tactic 4. The real-time whisper. Here's where it gets futuristic. Your reps take calls. The call is being transcribed live by Granola or a similar tool. That transcript is feeding into Claude in real time through a webhook. Claude is reading the conversation as it happens. When Claude detects a buying signal the rep might miss, it pings them in Slack. When Claude detects an objection forming, it sends a suggested response. When the prospect mentions a specific pen, Claude pulls the most relevant case study and drops the link in the rep's Slack within seconds. The rep glances at their second monitor mid-call and gets the perfect intel. This isn't science fiction. This is buildable today with a few hours in Anidan or Make. Your rep is no longer alone on the call. They have a thinking machine sitting next to them, catching everything they miss. I've seen this single setup add 8 to 12% to close rates within 30 days. Tactic 5. The forensic replay. Most agencies waste their lost deals. Deal close lost, move on, next call. Wrong move. Every lost deal is a gold mine if you actually study it. Here's the play. After every lost deal, dump the full transcript into Claude. Tell Claude, read this entire sales call transcript. Identify the exact moment the deal was lost. Find the specific phrase, hesitation, or missed signal that turned this prospect away. Then write a one-paragraph coaching note to the rep on what to do differently next time. What you will get is brutal. Claude will tell you things like, 8 minute 14, the prospect said, we need to think about it. The rep moved on instead of probing. That was the moment trust stopped. 8 minute 22, the prospect mentioned their CFO twice. The rep never adjusted the pitch to address financial pushback. That's where the deal was lost. You take this insight and you train your reps. Every lost deal becomes ammunition for the next deal. Your team improves every single week. Most agencies don't even open their lost deal transcripts. Yours becomes a learning machine. Tactic 6. The champion builder. Most reps drop the same generic case studies on every call. Stop doing that. Here's the elite move. Your case studies should be custom built for every single prospect. Not the case studies themselves, the framing. Before the call, Claude pulls your library of past clients. You ask, based on this prospect's industry, company size, current pain and goals, pick the top 3 case studies that will hit hardest. Then rewrite the framing of each case study to mirror this prospect's exact language and concerns. Claude generates a one-page custom case study brief for the call. The rep walks in and when the prospect says, I'm worried about thing, the rep responds with a case study that is already framed around that exact worry. The prospect feels it. The case study lands deeper, trust spikes. This is the difference between dropping a generic logo wall and dropping a story that feels written for them. Tactic 7. The top 1% pattern. Last tactic. This one is for the operators serious about scaling. Take every call your team has done in the last 90 days. Own deals, lost deals, no shows, everything. Drop all the transcript into Claude with the metadata. Close, no close, dollar value, deal length. Then ask Claude with extended thinking. Analyze every single one of these calls. Find the patterns that show up only in own deals and not in lost deals. What do top performers do that bottom performers don't? Identify the top 10 micro patterns that separate closes from losses. Be specific, quote actual phrases. Claude will think for several minutes. Then it will come back with patterns you have never seen before. Things like, own deals consistently use the frame most of our clients run into this. Here's what we did. Lost deals used, we can definitely help you. One deals had a price drop within the first 12 minutes, plus this delayed price until after minute 30. These insights are unique to your business. You can't get them from a sales course. You can't get them from a guru. Only Claude can pull them out of your data because only Claude can read 90 days of calls in a single sitting and reason across them. This is where the real edge lives. The stack, how it all works together. Let me show you how all 7 tactics stack into one system. Pre-call, Claude builds a briefing. Pre-call, Claude forecasts the objections. Pre-call, Claude pulls the right case studies. During call, Claude whispers in the rep's ear. After call, Claude does a forensic replay. Every quarter, Claude pulls the patterns from all calls combined. Every new hire gets the twin rep playbook on day 1. You build this once, it runs forever. Your reps stop being individual contributors. They become operators with a thinking machine running behind them on every call. Your close rate stops being a coin flip, it becomes a system. Why this beats hiring more reps? One last thing before we wrap, most agency owners try to fix close rate by hiring more reps. It's the wrong move. Hiring is expensive, training takes months, most reps wash out. You are solving a brain problem with a body problem. When you plug Claude into your existing reps, every rep gets smarter immediately. No hiring, no training, no washouts. Your existing team starts performing 30 to 50% better in 30 days. That's not a recruiting strategy, that's a leverage strategy. The agencies that figure this out in the next 12 months will be running circles around the ones still trying to hire their way out of low close rates. This is the gap, this is the window, use it. Alright, we covered a lot. If you are a marketing agency owner or B2B founder watching this and you want a sales process where Claude is doing the heavy thinking and your reps are just executing on perfect intel, but you also need warm calls actually showing up on the calendar in the first place because none of this matters if your pipeline is empty, that's where my team comes in. We help marketing agencies and B2B businesses get 5 to 6 warm intro calls every single month with their dream clients. Then you take what I just taught you, plug Claude into your sales process, and close at rates you didn't think were possible. The link is in the description. Book a call. We'll look at your offer, your funnel, and your sales process and tell you straight where the leak is. If we can help, we will. If we can't, we'll tell you that too. We don't take everyone. If you got value out of this video, hit subscribe. I drop one of these every week. Real systems, no flop, only what's working in 2026. Till then, have a great time. I'll see you in the next video.